listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
And never champagne gonna run him on the season. And a rummer shama sham and a hair when the room to say. And the rummer will take you away. Lonely's way. Oh. And the strong run hand and bray. That's my song. What y'all know about that? Good morning. How y'all doing? Ugh, so itchy. Sorry. Good morning. Anybody knows what these bikes are here? What are these kinds? This gotta be a spider or something. I think that my car is infested with insects. That's what I've discovered. It's my car. Good. Sometimes I feel like I keep the window open and it's been dewy and misty, and I believe that the things go in there and find shelter. And then when I come in, it's like, oh, she brought breakfast. And that's when they take over me and kill me.
No. Well, it's only you, though, because I had your car for a whole weekend and nothing but me.
Well, I feel... Whatever.
Nothing bit me at all.
Whatever. You must not have that sweet, good blood.
Yeah, definitely not.
It's bitter and dry.
It is, indeed.
Not like me, sweet and moist.
Juicy
girl. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Spark FM Online, #1 for urban Caribbean music. It is F-Word Friday. I feel like we haven't had a good F-Word Friday in a long time.
We haven't.
Yeah, we've been, all business, no play. Yeah. We've been getting y'all ready for the day.
Work hard, play harder.
Yeah. Today is Friday. Miss Tony, check-in. I don't know what's going on.
I am good. I had a very, very relaxed evening. Went home and just stayed in my house and relaxed, tried to cool my brain down or something. I don't know. I just vegged out. But I'm good. I don't remember doing anything or being anywhere or anything yesterday. I don't remember. There's not a lot of memory about what happened yesterday. But it was a good day.
What was yesterday?
Thursday.
What happened yesterday?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It rained. I don't remember.
You didn't go nowhere?
No.
Stayed in the house. Oh yeah, mommy was like, "Where's Tony?" I said, "Ma, we spent the whole entire day with Tony yesterday. The entire day."
Back up off me, Margarita.
Tony's really scarce today. Ma, it's 12. It's 12 p.m. What do you want from that girl? Life.
Yeah, but I guess that I was just at home. But what did I watch? What did I do? I don't know. I feel like.
Oh, I watched all the Final Destinations.
Did you? Why?
Why would you watch that in 2025?
He was trying to catch up.
Did you watch the last one?
I did.
How was it?
It was good. Actually, it was probably one of the better Final Destinations.
It was better. Death all around you.
I mean, it wasn't like the other ones were like teeny bopper movies, a lot of teenagers and stuff, like old, like how the.
So this one was more relatable.
Oh, I don't know. The thought of that just made me really nauseous.
Like you wouldn't watch Black Mirror because could be so real.
Yeah.
I think Final Destination is more realer than a Black Mirror because it's like.
Hold on, no.
I still won't go behind the logs.
After I watch Final Destination, I go to my house and I'm doing a few things and. A beer explodes in my face. A whole beer. I'm in the cooler and I'm like, yo, what?
You could have died by
because
the clip.
A piece of that beer could have lodged in your eye or something.
Yep. See, that's why I'm not.
Yesterday I was driving down the street this way and a box truck was coming this way and the box truck was kind of leaning. And I was like, that box truck is going to fall on top of my car and kill me. That's how I live my life. Like, literally, that is how I live my life every day. Everything is out to kill me. I know it is.
I was paranoid for a little bit after that.
Yeah, I would have never.
Absolutely
I'm not watching any of those movies. I used to Final Destination commercials used to come on. Yeah. Change the channel. I don't even want to see it.
People joke all the time. Like logs.
Yeah.
Logs on a truck.
Yeah.
Never in your life. I will either speed up or I'm falling way behind so I can make sure that I'm
switching
not.
lanes. I'm not going to be behind it at all in any, not even if there's cars between us, I'm not going to be behind it. But isn't that funny? Like, how many people have not seen the movie but know that scene?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
will not? Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But no, I didn't do anything.
Good morning, Spark Nation. How y'all doing today? I see you guys getting familiar and speaking to each other. Fresh Jan seems to be the team principal here to make sure that everybody is doing well and nice. Good morning, Janet and Mike Nice. He says, it's Facts Only Friday. Hello. Facts Only Friday.
Janet wants to know if today would be a Dice Players holiday.
Is it 7-Eleven?
7-Eleven.
Today is 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
We got a great show lined up for you. You didn't do nothing to need us, Tristan?
That was it.
I feel like I did something.
Oh, we had a nice meeting.
We had a meeting late at night. Oh, I was here pretty long in the day. That's probably why I didn't feel like I didn't. Hanging out with our 2 new interns. They're not 2. No, with Cam and Aaliyah.
Yeah.
First time Aaliyah's been here working with us. And she happens to be the daughter of Angela. You know my friend Angie Colon? Yeah.
Oh,
so she was like, how you
nice.
know my mom? And I was like, girl, I don't know your mother. Who's your mom? And she was like, Angie. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, wow.
That's my friend.
That's our good friend,
Good
Angie.
friend. I love this story. She was like, how did you meet? How did you guys know each other? And I was like, girl, such a good story. We shared a taxi
Yeah.
together coming from the club because we didn't want to be there no more.
Yep.
All the Ubers kept on canceling on us, so we both walked up to this taxi at the same time, and we were like, damn, shit. She was like, where do you live? I said, Dorchester. She said, me too. And we got in that taxi. We've been friends ever since.
That's so nice. I love that.
I love a good story.
That was a meet cute.
Yes, exactly. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're going to get this show started because we got a great call in today. We'll be speaking to the one and only Allison Hines later on today.
The queen. Beige and Soca.
The queen of
The queen of beige, the queen of
queen of
soca.
soca.
I say, let me see you wave
Who
your
else would be the queen of soca
hands.
if it's not Allison?
Me.
Queen of Bacchanal.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was
Who's that? Nadia?
that's Destra.
Destra. And Nadia. And Patrice Roberts. She's like
And
the...
Denise Belfont.
And Denise Belfont. And who else it is? Is Nyla Blackman and Nessa Preppy.
Yeah, those are the princesses.
The
Those are
princess.
the princess, yes.
The princess.
But Allison Hines, definitely the queen.
The queen of Bacala. Oh no, that's not the same one. But regardless, that's what I want to say. So let's get into the show. Spark FM Online. Saucy and Friends officially starts right now.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Shiz.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Log on to sparkfmonline.com.
What is this, Doctor?
This is the Spark of New England. Spark FM. Bringing the heat back to the airwaves. Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look. You are enjoying the miracle of radio.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music.
Radio.
Spark FM.
Get
Mind your business.
Yep, I love that. First of all, mind your business. That's how I'm gonna start the song. First of all, mind your business.
Yeah.
Hello. That's what I'm speaking about. Good morning. We are here live on Spark FM Online. Today is Friday. It's Friday, July 11th or 7-11. For those of you guys that like to play the numbers and the numbers. But we are here. Today's weather is going to be about 80 degrees today as I was reading. It's going to be a high of 82 degrees, about 69 degrees right now. Cloudy conditions will continue all day. Wind gusts up to 5 miles per hour. So it's going to be, it's going to be a gloomy little day.
So this is what I was asking Sauce when I walked in this morning. When you get dressed in the morning, do you dress for the high or you dress for the low?
I get dressed for the... Do I get dressed for the higher? I just dress for the high.
For the high.
For the high. Yeah.
What
In the
about you,
summertime.
Trish?
Yeah.
In the summertime.
Yeah, I get dressed for. It depends because usually in the morning I just get dressed for the low,
Just to get dressed.
and then I get home and then I get dressed for the high.
And then you get dressed for the high. Oh. I think I try to do like a little in between, but I always expect that it's gonna, like, I believe what they say. So I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a little warm. So I try to whatever. But then when you go outside, sometimes, like today, it's gonna be a high of 81, but it's like 69 degrees right now. What's this? What's little brisk?
Brisk.
I'm cold.
Yes.
Anyhow, that's that. Let's get into this. Boston traffic alert. Mass Pike will be closed for hours due to an electric car fire. An electric vehicle caught fire on the Mass Pike. Sorry. On the Mass Pike in Boston Friday, prompting officials to close the highway during the morning commute and divert all traffic. The Massachusetts Department of Transportation said Interstate 90 westbound was closed at mile marker 133 due to a vehicle fire, and that full closure was expected to remain in place for several hours. Drivers were asked to seek alternate routes and avoid the area during that time. All the lanes have since reopened around 9:20 a.m. According to the state police, troopers in the Boston Fire Department responded shortly after 7 a.m. to the fire on I-90 West, just beyond the Prudential Tunnel. Several vehicles also struck debris in the roadway as part of the scene. Police said officials closed the roadway and diverted all traffic for the safety of motorists and first responders. State police said the Boston Fire Department advised them that the fully engulfed vehicle is electric and it will take several hours to extinguish. I wonder why. Because it's electric?
Yeah, those electric batteries are real hard to put out.
They don't have a that for electric fires? That's crazy.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's crazy. The MBTA prepares for major renovations at Back Bay Station. So one of Boston's major train stations is getting a once-over. About 18,000 people pass through Back Bay Station every day. And if you're one of them, you probably noticed it needs a facelift. It just needs to be cleaner, brighter, cooler, said passenger Melissa Hagee. Many commuters say the local landmark needs some work. I just think it's really dirty, said passenger Madison Stockwell. And there's always something broken somewhere. I think it needs a little bit of love. The station is ready to undergo. You have a thing?
I do.
Okay.
Here goes the clip.
NBC 10's Michael Rosenfield joining us live at Back Bay Station with the exclusive tonight. Michael.
Well, Priscilla, about 18,000 people travel through this train station every day. If you're one of them, you've probably noticed it's a little bit dark, it's a little bit dingy, could kind of use a facelift. Well, it's about to undergo a major renovation. The pre-construction phase has just begun at Boston's Back Bay Station, one of the most prominent transit hubs in the city.
It just needs to be cleaner, brighter, cooler.
Many passengers say the local landmark needs some work.
I just think it's really dirty and there's always
Back Bay
something
Station
broken
is hot.
somewhere, so I think it needs a little bit of love.
The station is ready to undergo a major renovation project. The 30,000 square foot concourse will see new entrances, improved lighting and audio messaging, new seating and fare gates, new signage, security cameras, a bike rack, and more retail.
I'm here about 3 days a week. It definitely needs some updating. It's been like this for as long as I can remember coming here, so looking forward to some updates, make it a little bit prettier.
The T says there will be minimal disruptions to travel and the station will remain operational.
This is a pretty big deal. This is the third busiest station on the T's commuter rail system, but it's also a major stop on the Orange Line. And it's also an Amtrak stop.
The project will make it easier to navigate through the station, improve air quality, and provide a better first glimpse of Boston to visitors, as this may be the first part of the city they notice when they arrive in town.
Once it's renovated and it feels newer again, I think it does have a strong possibility of being like a really welcoming gateway and a good first impression for visitors.
So you'll start noticing the changes rolling out over the next couple of years, and everything should be completed at some point in 2027.
2027. Yeah, I remember we took, my mom was going to catch the train to Connecticut one time, and we took her there, and that station, it was just so humid inside of there, so I understand what the lady meant by cooler. And it is very dark. It's dark, and it's a little dingy. It's a little So I'm excited about that. That'll be nice. Back Bay Station is probably, it's a commuter rail station. It's one of the more popular areas. I think a lot of people take the commuter rail into there, so that'll be good. Janet said Boston will still be dubbed as boring. Look at our T stations. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. If they're going to redo Back Bay, Park Street, and DTC should be next, and I agree. What is DTC?
What's DTC? Downtown.
Oh, Downtown Crossing. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, Janet. Good morning,
Downtown
everybody.
Crossing, definitely.
Downtown Crossing, yes.
Man,
yes. Janet, don't be using, because nothing means anything that it says anymore. Whatever. Stunning images. Stranded drivers rescued. Roads turned into rivers as flash flooding hits Massachusetts. So we all got flash flood warnings yesterday on our phones yesterday morning, and it was a little scary because it was like, what's going on? Is it? Are we going to flood? Like, what's going to happen? And then I was safe because I know that God said, He is not going to destroy the earth by waters again.
We're talking about the flood? Sorry,
Yes.
Didn't Charlie Kirk say that this was because of DEI?
Oh, yes, he did.
He did. He said a lot of people wouldn't have died and the floods weren't going to be so bad if it wasn't for DEI running rampant in America.
Because anyway, we'll get to that story later. Police officers and emergency crews in eastern Massachusetts were out in full force on Thursday morning performing rescues and blocking off impassable roads as flash flooding hammered the area. The National Weather Service issued a flash flood warning for many counties, warning of rainfall rates of up to 2 inches per hour.
One person had to be rescued from the rising water.
Yes, good morning, guys. Good news is the rain is letting up and the waters have already started to recede since we last saw you in the last 30 minutes or so. So take a look behind me. You can see still Granite Street is covered with substantial water right now. It is not safe to pass. It is still blocked off to traffic, but you can see those two cars that became stalled after trying to drive through the floodwaters. You can see the water has receded. If you've been staying with us this morning, you can see there have been some changes in the water levels here. So we have been following that, but we've also seen the situation unfold where people had to actually get out of the car, and that silver van is the latest vehicle that got stuck, and they managed to push open the door and get out. But one elderly man couldn't get out of the car, and we've captured some dramatic video of first responders
look how they had to take him out.
Rescuing him, pulling him out through the passenger side window and carrying him onto land. That sounds weird to say because it is a road, but it's now covered in water, but they carried him safely to the side. So now the town of Braintree continues to ask residents to stay off the roads at this point, to keep them open for DPW crews as well as first responders who need to.
Wow.
Very crazy.
I know, because I mean, like you said, we saw the warnings yesterday and it was just like, oh, do we stay home like they're saying? Because it was like, do not travel unless it's imminent.
But I heard so many people saying, oh my God, it's flooding here, it's flooding there.
Yeah, because that was just right there in Braintree. Wow. Please don't show that white man being rescued. Dumbass knew better, but because he had a Subaru, he thought he could make it. Shut it. Anyways, that's what happened yesterday in and around Massachusetts. After a 6-year struggle, tenants in Boston's Mattapan neighborhood win permanent affordability. And this is a very interesting story here.
Yeah.
So, after years-long
sabbatical.
Yes, years-long standoff.
Okay.
With a large corporate landlord who had imposed sharp rent increases after purchasing their complex, a group of tenants in Boston's Mattapan neighborhood have scored an unusual victory: long-term affordable housing. For 6 years, tenants who lived at Fairlawn Estates complex organized, sought to negotiate lower rent increases and stage protests and rallies with strong support from City Life Vida Urbana, a housing justice nonprofit that's been organizing low-income tenants in the Boston area for more than 50 years. The situation took a turn in March of 2025 when the building went up for sale again. That's when the city of Boston stepped in to facilitate the purchase of a 347-unit complex by an affordable housing developer who, aided by a $10 million grant and a $1 million low-interest loan from the city, has guaranteed permanent affordability. So, didn't Fairlawn change to Soma?
Soma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Betty Lewis, 74, is a longtime resident of the complex who helped form a tenant association after being stunned by the rent hikes. I was sweating tears because I didn't know what to do, Lewis said, told a shelter force. I didn't know where I was going to go, but when I went to City Life, they told me, stand strong, don't leave. So I grabbed that encouragement and I started to fight. Lewis has been renting at Fairlawn for nearly 40 years. When the property was purchased by the DSF group in late of 2018, the market rate complex built in the 1960s has remained relatively affordable over the years, even as Boston rents soared overall. But a new commuter rail station was about to open nearby, and the buyer saw an opportunity. This acquisition aligns perfectly with our strategy of purchasing underutilized properties at transit-oriented locations, stated Josh Solomon, president of the DCF at the time. The new owner quickly rebranded the complex with a trendy name, Soma, showcasing its transit proximity, and announced rent hikes of hundreds of dollars for existing residents, many of whom, like Lewis, were older people living on fixed incomes. I was paying $1,800 per month. They asked for $2,100.
Golly.
I was very scared, Lewis said during a rally for rent control in 2020. $1,800 for apartment rent in
Soma.
That's
not bad.
South Manhattan.
$1,800 for an old lady to pay for an apartment in
That's not bad.
Oh,
That's bad, Tristan.
that's a lot for an old
That's
lady on a fixed
lot
income.
of money.
Some of her neighbors facing even higher increases of up to $500 moved out.
Yeah, yes, me too.
Lewis couldn't afford the new rent, but she was desperate to stay where she had lived for so long, raising her daughter, working a long career at Polaroid, and entering retirement. $1,800 to $2,100. That's $300, which is a lot. But they want increases of up to $500. Anyhow, they kept on working and working and working. This is a very, very long article. They were able to gain victory, and now the city stepped in. The upshot has been permanent affordability. Broader affordability issues still remain. There's lessons in wisdom and all of that. And you guys can go ahead and read that long article on your own, because it is
on your own time.
It is a book. But good for them and props to them. This is what happens when you come together right now.
Yeah.
All right. 3 teens accused of firing 66 rounds of ammunition in Salem neighborhood held without bail, and damn, they should be thrown under the jail. The 3 local teens accused of firing 66 rounds of ammunition in Salem neighborhood in April were held without bail on Tuesday. Ronnie Lee Cato, 19 of Boston, Richardson Frederick, 18 of Somerville, and John King Marshall, 18 of Quincy, pleaded not guilty in Essex Superior Court to charges they are facing, Essex District Attorney Paul Tucker said in a statement. All 3 are charged with 4 counts of armed assault to murder, 4 counts of assault with a dangerous weapon, carrying a firearm without a license, and possession of a large capacity feeding device. They were just shooting off the guns.
Let out.
66 rounds. That's all they did was just shoot off the guns.
It's nothing else that they can do. They just bored and terrible.
What they doing in the Salem?
Prosecutors called the hail of gunfire on April 14th a targeted attack in a residential Salem neighborhood, hitting surrounding buildings, vehicles, and objects. So they weren't shooting at anyone. No. They were just shooting. A doorbell cam captured the moment shots rang out on Albion Street in Salem just before 7 a.m. On April 14th, Salem police responded to the incident and made 3 arrests on Friday, April 18th. So, 4 days later, Judge Elizabeth Dunnigan ordered Cato, Frederick, and King Marshall held without bail on dangerousness charges. They are due back in court on August 13th. That's so crazy. Y'all just went and sprayed up a neighborhood for
no absolute reason at all other than to be crazy.
At 7 a.m.?
Yep.
Crazy.
7 a.m.
They're from Somerville, Quincy, and Boston.
Yeah, like, what are y'all doing? The MBTA plans shutdowns on the Red Line, Orange Line, and commuter rail this month. So the MBTA authorities have announced it will partially close 2 of its primary subway lines as it performs essential maintenance work this month. The closures will affect a central section of the Red Line through downtown Boston on 2 weekends, plus a stretch of the Orange Line between Back Bay and Medford on a 3rd weekend. Additionally, the T will close the Framingham and Worcester commuter rail line between Framingham and South Station during the weekend of July 26th and 27th to upgrade rider accessibility. So all of those lines, if you are take rides on those lines, go ahead and look into that and plan your commute, because they are shutting them down.
That's crazy. Can't nobody go nowhere and do nothing. Everybody sit down.
And then it's just disgusting. New video shows rats running rampant in broad daylight in Boston.
I'm confused about that. I'm confused. Yes, I'm confused about that. Go ahead.
New video captured by the news shows rats running rampant in broad daylight in Boston and renewed calls for a dedicated rat czar in the city. What happened to our rat czar?
I thought we had a rat czar. I know New York, I think, did a rat czar. We've just been talking about it for a while, but I don't think that we got our rat czar.
Oh, the footage shows rats crawling near people's doorways, under cars, and through garbage bags in South End. Rodents are also seen attempting to crawl into vehicles from underneath. What would you do if you sit in your car?
Nope.
Crash.
We're not even we ain't gonna hypothetical that at all, because no.
Into a ditch. District 2 Boston City Councilor Ed Flynn described a significant increase in 311 calls regarding rodents and said it's currently the #1 complaint citywide. I've received emails and calls from residents about rats in their house, literally on the curb where the baby is at. If that's not a priority, I don't know what is. Now that's what you should be concentrating on, Ed Flynn and Aaron Murphy.
Drew, neighbors you spoke with say it's the worst it's ever been.
Rachel, people all over Boston say they're seeing more rats than ever before during the day. And it didn't take us long to capture that, with the city now monitoring 250 sensors citywide to track rodent activity and identify hotspots.
It's just disgusting. The rats are it's a feast.
Rats are running rampant at all hours near Wendy Ham's home on Montgomery Street in Boston South End. New video we captured shows rodent after rodent in broad daylight, lurking in people's doorways, scampering under cars and into tires. We watch one crawl up into a car as its tail dangled.
Hell no!
Stand them. I don't do the last walk of the evening, which means once the sun goes down. My
look at it.
But now, even the daytime
I saw one of these running across the street yesterday. I don't want to look at it.
Describing more rats and more intrusive behavior than ever before.
The rats aren't taking the bait in my yard because they're just using it as a highway.
And my mom popped the hood on her car because she had to get something, and they'd shoot through electrical wires.
Yeah. District 2 Boston City Councilor Ed Flynn is renewing his push for a standalone pest control department and a dedicated rat czar after a recent Tufts University study found rats in Boston are spreading leptospirosis, a potentially deadly disease.
I've received emails and calls from residents about rats in their house, literally on the crib of where the baby is at.
Flynn says it's especially tricky in neighborhoods that don't use
literally
garbage bins on trash pickup days, serving up a rodent food buffet in loose trash bags, which we saw firsthand as a rat gnawed its way in and began feasting. The city says over the past year, it's responded to over 1,431 site cleanliness inspections and has addressed more than 2,639 rodent-related 311 complaints.
It just seems like...
That's terrible.
Listen to me about what I got to say to y'all. I don't want to see it. I don't want to to have to experience it. Get the rat czar in here. What the rat czar gonna do? Get the Pied Piper in here, or somebody who gonna come whistle these things out of here. This is gross. This is gross.
Ratatouille.
And that is Anyways, that's it. That's the local news. We're gonna take a break because I need a break, guys.
After that, all of that. Sorry, I'll be back at the next segment.
We'll be back at the next segment. Saucy and Friends in the morning. SparkFMOnline.com.
You are now listening to Spark FM.
Each and every Saturday night from 6 to 9 p.m. inside the Avenue, where you bring the drinks and we bring the vibes. My name is Gary Banton alongside my co-host Big Trini, right here in SparkFMOnline.com, the #1 place for soca, hip-hop, R&B, and more. Each and every Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. It's the Avenue.
Hey Boston, are you ready? It's time for the 3rd annual Boston Kitties Carnival. The bands are getting ready, the costume is looking amazing, and we can't wait to see all the kids having a good time on the road. It's all happening on Friday, August 16th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Parade starting 12 p.m. We are marching from Talbot in the Suburban Ave all the way to Berkshire Boys and Girls Club. Want to join the fun? Tell a grown-up to check out social media pages to find a band for you to jump up with. See you on the road.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously. The best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Looking for a meaningful way to engage with your community and make a difference? Volunteer with the Massachusetts Senior Medicare Patrol Program and help prevent Medicare fraud. Visit masmp.org. This project is supported by a grant from the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Spark FM.
I know you nasty. She be touching on her own body.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna show me the way.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up. Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
And we're back. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Getting jiggy with it. Na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na. We getting jiggy with it.
Yeah.
Oh, 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 getting jiggy with it.
That's what I'm saying. You know, people always complain about their knees, but your knees don't need to be good if your shoulders is good, because your shoulders can do some things. You can just shimmy. You can roll like the new. You can do the thing.
Getting jiggy with it. Yo. All right, people, we are back. We are back, and it's time for us to get into our national news. I actually have a scenario for you guys today, which I thought would be kind of, cool to shake shit up.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's shake it up.
Let's shake it up. I started to hide them in my
I put one in the thing.
What thing? What is it?
Yesterday.
I didn't even read the one that I have here. Let me see. Here it is. It's called Friday Scenarios. Mm-hmm. Dear morning show people, are you guys ready? Clock in 617-272-3387, 617-272-3387, and we need your advice. My husband lost his mom when he was 4.5 years old. She was hit by a drunk driver and died instantly. At the time of her death, she was pregnant, and my husband's sibling died too. Oh. His dad remarried when he was 6, and a year later, my husband was legally adopted by his stepmother. This wasn't something they discussed with my husband or asked for his feelings on. It was just something that they did, and it had the full support of his adult members of his dad's family, who felt that all children needed a mother and that he should be raised by her if someone were to happen to his dad. There was bad blood between his mom and dad's family even before the two married. He never knew why and still doesn't. His mom's family has no idea, and neither do cousins on his dad's side. The adoption is something my husband always resented, and he never bonded with his stepmother. He never called her mom or sought out her comfort or love. He never loved her back either. As a kid, he was a runaway a couple of times, and then when he was at the cusp of turning 17, he left and moved in with a maternal uncle for a few months before moving to his grandparents' house. Once he was with them, he asked for an adult adoption, which they agreed to. His father and stepmother swore that they were done with him after this, but they always expected him to come crawling back, begging for them to forgive him and love him. But he never was. He's had a very minimal contact with them, and only because he's close to a few cousins on that side. Am I the asshole for reminding my husband's father and stepmother that legally my husband isn't their son anymore? I don't even know what this was. This is not the one that I think I had for y'all, but I don't know. Like, what?
So
why you hate her?
Why you have to remind?
Just don't like her?
He just don't like her?
Yeah.
And
then why do you need to remind, like you said?
Yeah.
What's happening here?
Isn't everybody an adult?
Yeah.
You don't have to remind anybody nothing. Mind your business.
At this point, he's a married man, and I'm not sure why you guys are even having a conversation about anything, because you don't have to talk to nobody that you don't want to talk to.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't given what it was supposed to give.
I have one here. This is a very interesting
Let's
one.
go to that
found.
one.
This is, okay, is she right? Should she ask him to leave? We got back home around 2 a.m. As soon as we walked in the door, I went to the bathroom. This man texted me. Now, this is a lady that's living with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
She has asked her, her baby's father was there visiting the children, and I guess her and her boyfriend wanted to go out.
Yeah.
And so the baby's father said, I'll stay and watch the children.
Yes.
So he came back home at 2 a.m. As soon as we walk in the door, I went to the bathroom. This man texted me, her boyfriend, asking when my baby daddy was leaving. I wasn't about to put my baby daddy out in the middle of the night after he just did us a favor. Then this man had the nerve to threaten to put me out of the house with my name on it. It's sad to be that insecure to the point that you want to throw a father out in the middle of the night. So this is a text exchange between her and her boyfriend. Now, they live together. This is in the house. They're both in the house. He's texting her. When is he leaving? And she said, he's not. It's late and the man is asleep. And he said, her name is Shan Lavelle. Your baby daddy is not sleeping at my house. And she said, that man watched the kids so that we can go out. He also has a 5-hour drive to get home, and I'm not waking him up. So he says he can get a hotel. And she says, a hotel is a waste of money. You're being real insecure over nothing. That man is in the room with his daughter, and you're tripping. If you want him to leave, you wake him up and tell him, because I'm not. And he says, that's your baby daddy, so you should handle it. And she says, good night, you scary, insecure N-word. And he goes, if you don't make him leave, your things will be outside tomorrow. Who's wrong? Who's right?
It's tough.
What do y'all say about that
What
do y'all say? What is your opinion about that?
Wow.
It depends if the husbands had a cordial relationship, like
okay,
you know what I mean. If both of them were like on the same page or whatever. But if they don't have that, then you got.
Well, I mean, obviously they have a good enough relationship that you left this man in your house while you were gone for a few hours.
My other question is what he was doing here 5 hours away from his house.
He came to visit the kids again.
So he came to visit the kids. Where was he planning to stay?
I don't know.
Does he not have a hotel? Was he planning to drive? See, it gets very complicated after you put in the 5-hour drive. Because now I need to know, if you were coming to visit the kids, were you planning to drive back home after you visit them another 5 hours? Or were you planning to stay?
Right.
And if you were planning to stay, that means you have a hotel room. That means that you should go to your hotel room.
Okay.
If he was going back home and he was like, oh no, I'll just stay here and watch the kids so y'all could go out, and he's planning on leaving in the morning, then you can let that man stay.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have called him no insecure N-word.
Right. Because you took it to another level.
Y'all could have went to the next room and had this discussion. And if you sleeping with your girl in the room, you should not be worried about this man sleeping in watching his daughter until the morning.
Right.
So I don't really know what advice I would give here, but y'all should have got off the text message and gone talk to each other and said something.
Right.
Because I don't
texting
know.
each other in the same house. Like, it's just so many messy parts to this whole situation.
I called you a BAN. Now you kicking me out of my house. Now we got beef.
Yep.
Over a man who has no idea what's going on because he's sleeping.
Well, now it's to another level because we're not even anymore arguing about the fact that this man is here.
Yeah.
Now the argument has gone to you trying to tell me that you kicking me out of my house. You gonna put me out of the house because
now you violating.
But I saw that and I was like, ooh, that's juicy. We gotta see.
I don't know. Yeah. Fresh Jen said, "Get your own place." That's where I'm leading. You know, like 5 hours away means that you had to be planning to stay somewhere.
Right.
And if you allowed this man to stay in your house thinking that he was going to sleep there without telling your boyfriend that you live with, that's the first violation because that should have been set up from before y'all left. Where he gonna stay? You leaving right after?
Yeah.
You gonna watch the kids? And then when you going to the hotel as soon as we come home? All right. Or you staying here? Let me just pass it by Jimmy so he can know that you're gonna stay here. Let me ask him if it's okay if you stay here.
Yeah.
It was set up wrong, so it ended wrong.
And we need more information in order to form an opinion on that. That's a sticky situation, though.
Yeah.
That's a sticky situation.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
These baby daddies be out to ruin your life.
Boy, I tell you.
I tell you. I don't know. Do you have any other scenarios?
No, that's all I have. So let's go right into the national news. Took a little pause for the cause, break up the business side of things. But the national news is national newsing.
Yeah.
And we're going to go through these pretty quickly. Trump asks Liberian president where he learned English.
Yep.
Do we have the clip for this? He was Trump was sitting with the Liberian, the Liberian, I hate librarian. It's not librarian. Liberian. Yeah, Liberian president. He was sitting in a meeting with him. I don't know what they were discussing. That's not the point. And after the Liberian president said what he had to say, Trump sat in awe and was like, wow, such beautiful English. Where did you learn that? The caveat of this is that English is actually Liberia's national language. Yeah. It's actually what they learned first.
Yeah.
So
also, we want to encourage American involvement in the investment in Liberia. Yeah. We'd like to see that happen. We want to work with the United States in peace and security within the region because we are committed to that. And we just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where?
Yes, sir.
In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting.
He was so confused.
Beautiful English.
Sure.
What you mean? What you mean? Where do I learn it? But I was in the comment section, right? Yes. And a lot of people, of course, is like, what an idiot, right? Like, oh my gosh, how did he not, how could he say this? How could he say this? A lot of people were saying, as Mike Knight said, that it's very condescending how he spoke to him or whatever. Yeah. But there were some people who were like, is it really that far-fetched that he would not think that somebody in an African country would not know English? Like, is it that far-fetched that you would think that English was but as a president who was going to be meeting with somebody else, wouldn't your people brief you that this is Liberia? Liberia was founded by former slaves. Da, 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 da. Like, wouldn't you know that? Shouldn't you have been briefed or something? So didn't they set him up again?
They always set him up.
They do.
And then I guess even if he didn't know that was the language or whatever.
Yeah.
To even comment on a foreign person's use of the English language and to be like, oh, were you educated?
Yeah.
Well, I am the freaking, I'm sitting here with you at this table. I'm invited to the table as the leader of this place.
Yeah.
And you're asking me if I was educated, and that meant more to me because Trump is not educated
at all. So this man has 3 degrees, including one from the University of Kansas or something like that. It's you don't know nothing. You don't want to know nothing.
And I'm not only is Trump a bad president, but he is an embarrassment embarrassing representation of America. Because people that don't know too much about America or whatever will see this leader of the free world who is supposed to be the top notch of education and smarts and charisma and all these things, and he's an idiot. So why wouldn't you think that the rest of America is idiots?
Complete idiot. I don't know if we have it, but you know, we've been talking about how they're giving aid to Ukraine too, because Russia's over there blasting up Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was in this same meeting, I think, they said to him, somehow somebody ordered a pause on aid being sent to Ukraine sometime this week. And he wasn't aware of it. So they're like, so Mr. President, we're helping Ukraine and Russia's over there bombing them. Do you know who ordered the pause? And he was like, I don't know. Do you know? You're the president freaking dent. What the hell do you mean you don't know? I don't know. You tell me. That's what he said. That was his response.
I don't know. You tell. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. I remember. He's
I
like,
don't know. You tell me.
It's horrible.
It's so bad. They are running amok. They have this man as the face of the United States because he literally is just the face, or he thought he was the face, and he's literally the ass, and it's ridiculous. You're not the head. You're the tail. It's crazy.
I'm so disappointed in America.
I'm so disappointed.
Who ordered the munitions halted to Ukraine? Have you since been able to figure that out?
Well, I haven't thought about it because we're looking at Ukraine right now and munitions, but I have not gone into it.
What does it say that such a big decision could be made inside your government without you knowing?
I would know. If a decision was made, I will know. I'll be the first to know. In fact, most likely I'd give the order, but I haven't.
Yeah.
He's ugly. Sorry, he looks like he's dying, like corroded.
He does. He looks awful.
Yeah, like
he looks really bad.
That was a big close up, and like his makeup, I wonder why they don't fill in his eyes.
I think that, we know that this president being the president really takes a toll on you. I mean, look at Obama in his first term. Remember, he went completely gray. And I don't think that Donald Trump has the testicular fortitude to make it through this time. He really doesn't.
He
probably
awful.
was in his heights the last time because of whatever, but this time the evil is spewing, coming out of him, and it's just not good. It's not a good look.
Wow. Yeah, he looks like he's almost melting.
Yeah.
You know when that picture of Jermaine Jackson.
Yeah.
And he looked like he was a porcelain painted.
Yeah.
That's almost what Donald Trump looks like, but he's so far gone that you can't really get a good match on him.
Yeah.
Like his skin is
awful.
Is waste.
He's not gonna make it.
Well, speaking of not make it.
Yes, exactly.
He's got some man has waged war on him. I didn't even put this in the stories, but I remember seeing it in your postings.
You want me to find it?
You won't get to see the end of your effing term.
Yeah.
Trump assassination threat suspect vowed POTUS AG would get bullet to the head, the Fed saying.
Yep.
A 37-year-old man in Rhode Island, God damn it, New England, cut it out, has been arrested for allegedly threatening to kill the president, Donald Trump, and other government officials, including U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi, White House Deputy Chief Stephen Miller, on the president's own social media platform. Free that man. Carl D. Montague was taken into custody Wednesday morning and charged with making threats against the president, interstate threats, and threats to assault, kidnap, or murder a government official, court records show. According to the probable cause affidavit, Trump Media and Technology Truth Social's parent company on June 27th notified the U.S. Secret Service of a threat against the president. Bondi and Miller posted to Truth Social by an unknown individual using the handle to caustic. It's a shame you won't get to see the end of your effing term because I'm gonna make sure I put a bullet in between your effing head, and you piece of ash, you Pam Bundy, Stephen effing Miller, all you bees are gonna get a effing bullet to the head, every effing one of you. He was angry. He's angry.
That is mad. And that is the sentiment of the American people.
Investigators linked the username to a Gmail account in Providence, Rhode Island, and submitted an emergency disclosure request to Google, and the company provided the Secret Service with an associated IP address. Following some additional investigatory work, agents said that they were able to identify Montague as the individual behind the username. Agents on June 29th went to the apartment complex in the 400 blocks of Plainville Street, but they were unable to gain entry because the gate was locked and management was not there on Sunday. However, agents showed a photo of Montague to multiple people who said they recognized him as Joe's friend. Though they said he had not lived there in a few years, the building associates with a nonprofit group dedicated to assisting individuals with re-entering society after serving prison time. You know, it's a longer story. They found him though, right?
Yeah, they got him.
Yeah, and not sad because they were empty. He was saying that in jest.
He's angry. We're all angry. We've all said that.
Everybody's fed up. Fed up.
Those same exact words. The same exact. It's a shame you won't get to see your effing term.
Yeah, I just said he's not gonna make it.
I'm gonna make sure I put a bullet between your effing head.
Yeah.
You piece of S.
Yeah.
You Pam Body, Stephen effing Miller. All you bees are gonna get an effing bullet to your head. Every effing one of you.
Where did he say it?
On Truth Social.
Oh, he posted it on Truth Social.
On
sticky situation. He wanted to make sure that they saw it. All right.
I'm not laughing because I do not relish in the death of others. However, this passage was very entertaining.
Yeah, he's a passionate person about what is going on in the world, and I think we all are.
And we have to give him grace. It's probably his first offense, and he was just a little upset. And you guys just have to relax.
Yeah.
Deadly new Russian drone and missiles attacks hits Kiev. What is we call? What is it? Not Kiev no more, isn't it? I thought it's Kiev. Yes, or something like that. 31 workers rescued after partial tunnel collapse in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
that's my biggest fear. When I go gold mining.
Yep. Whoa.
That's my biggest fear.
Gold mining. When you be gold mining.
When I be gold mining. Wow. A partial tunnel collapsed in Los Angeles, left dozens of workers trapped about 400 feet below ground level. They all survived. It wouldn't have been me, though. I'd been like, oh, Lord, they trapped me. I'm dead.
Yeah.
Somebody lift me out of here. I
Immediately.
can't move.
Oh, well, I'm glad they were rescued. That's awesome.
Yeah, 31
Remember the Chilean miners?
Yeah, they was in there for like 27 days or something like that.
They were down there for a long time.
The tunnel was roughly 18 feet wide and 7 miles long, had been under construction for years as part of a complex municipal wastewater project, one that demanded highly skilled workers capable of managing intricate technical challenges. So no DEI. Couldn't get a DEI worker in there. Mediocrity. Oh, what is it? Meritocracy. Or mediocrity, whatever. But yeah, that. I'm glad that they were rescued. That's awesome. Yahoo running of the bulls through the street of Pamplona. Dramatic images from the controversial tradition. I mean, you know what? And this is, I would ask the question, but probably get in trouble. Like, for what?
It's
Why
a
you
tradition.
running? I know, fine. Why? Why? What if one of them bulls jab you up in your rib cage?
They
you know,
do.
like
Them people be getting jacked up.
Let's look at the picture, Tristan. I want to see all the
I'm sure we
picture.
can find some video.
Because that's only one. Yeah, them bulls look like they ready to. Them bulls look ready to rumble. I'm afraid.
Me too. And them bulls are not small. Them is large.
Look at this. I'm interested. Everybody, turn your eyes to the screen.
Look at how many people.
Look
are
at that.
out here, though.
Look. Oh no, God, he fell. He's gotten trampled. Oh my God.
It's exciting.
Why? What? Tell me what is exciting.
Makes adrenaline rush.
Look, they're trying to get in front of it so it could hit it. Look, he's gonna get it. Oh my God, in the back.
The thing is this, right? Like I would go to this, but I would be one of the first ones to fall so I could get out.
No, I would be one of the ones up on the perch in the buildings watching these people run through the street. I don't want nothing jabbing me in my back. That looked like it hurt. Look at these people. Look at them. Look at them.
It is. Where is this? This is in where?
Spain.
In Spain. Oh, okay.
So Spain kicked off one of its most controversial and adrenaline-fueled traditions on Monday. The Pamplona Bull Run.
Yeah.
As part of the 9-day San Fermin Festival held every year, July 6th to July 14th. The event brings more than 1 million thrill seekers and spectators from across the globe to the city to watch hundreds of brave revelers get chased through the streets by 6 large bulls. At the stroke,
6?
Yeah.
Oh,
At the
wow.
stroke of 8 a.m. on July 7th of the festival every year, the bulls are released from the corral and charged through narrow alleys toward the Plaza del Toros, the city Blurling, where they will later be killed by matadors during the evenings. Oh, God.
Damn.
You let them run through the streets to chase people, then you kill them by the matadores, and what do? Skin them and eat them?
Do you eat bull?
Aye. The runs last roughly 3.5 minutes each day. Participants and spectators dressed in white pants and white shirt with a red sash tied around their waist and a red handkerchief tied on a scarf around their neck. For the participants themselves, it's a heart-pumping race against time and sharp horns.
Yeah, man.
Dozens of runners
so
are
they do
injured
eat them.
every year. They
eat them
do.
in Spain. They don't eat any bull, but typically the bulls that are used in bullfights, known as Toro Bravo.
Since 1924, it's only been 16 deaths reported.
Oh, wow. It's not bad.
So it's pretty safe. Yeah, it's pretty
I
safe.
guess that's deaths, but what else?
There's so many things that I didn't know. I thought it was like a whole bunch of bulls that they let out and that it goes like all day and people just be running up and down the street. It's 3 minutes and it's 6 bulls. I didn't know that. Well,
These pictures are absolutely amazing.
That's a long
Some
6
people
minutes.
feed them and stuff. And then after that, well, it's a long 6 minutes of the bulls running, but once they get past you, then what you running for? Stop. Go get something to eat. Wait till somebody else get jug up. Look at that. These pictures are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. People are
Look, all
weird.
6 of them, and that man crawled up on the floor. Oh, wow. Look at this one. This got the man's T-shirt all in it. Oh, goodness.
Panera settles remaining lawsuits over its highly caffeinated charged lemonade. I never even got to taste that. Panera Bread has settled 3 remaining lawsuits that is faced over its highly caffeinated charged lemonade, a beverage blamed for 2 deaths and various permanent injuries. What kind of injuries?
Yeah, people, they had like caffeine overdose from the amount of caffeine that was in it.
Wow. Charged lemonade made headlines in October 2023 when the parents of a 21-year-old University of Pennsylvania student with a heart condition filed a lawsuit alleging that their daughter, Sarah Katz, suffered a fatal cardiac arrest after consuming a cup of the drink. Panera settled the suit last October, which was the first of at least 4 that were filed against the bakery cafe chain. A second lawsuit alleged that the drink caused the death of 46-year-old Florida resident Dennis Brown after he drank 3 charged lemonades.
Why he do that for, though? Why would you do that?
The other 2 legal complaints allege that beverage resulted in serious cardiac problems in 2 previously healthy people. 28-year-old Lauren of Rhode Island. Rhode Island is, why don't y'all relax in Rhode Island? And Luke Adams of Pennsylvania, a teenager whose lawsuit said he had to be resuscitated hours after he drank a charged lemonade. What they put in it?
Mad caffeine.
Electrolytes.
Wow. Panera denied any wrongdoings in court documents following the lawsuit over Kat's death. The chain made a number of changes, including removing the beverage behind the counter so it was no longer a self-serve offering. It also added signs cautioning that charged lemonade should be consumed in moderation and was not recommended for children, people sensitive to caffeine, or pregnant or nursing women. Panera removed the controversial beverage altogether from its stores nationwide in May of 2024, which it said was part of a recent menu transformation. Restructuring. Good for, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Supercharged lemonade. I've heard of people who drinking like too many Red Bulls and getting a stroke and stuff like that too. So
I don't know how people would drink too many Red Bulls.
Yeah.
After after the first Red Bull, it's not like you're like, oh, let me get another. Like, it's
never that.
I only drink Red Bull when I have to. Like, if I'm going to the club at night and I need to stay up, or if I'm driving a long distance, I'll take a Red Bull just to keep me, moving.
Yeah.
Not just to leisurely drink it because I want to.
Yeah, like it's not a drink. It's definitely a medicine.
Yeah. It's just a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Pennsylvania man charged with beheading father. Oh, sorry.
Oh, father.
Pennsylvania man charged with beheading father says he was trying to perform a citizen's arrest. So, let me click the link, guys, so we can get into this. The Pennsylvania man charged with fatally shooting, then beheading his father and posting it on YouTube.
Oh.
What am I reading? So let the news tell it, because I'm not mature enough.
The new details tonight, Brian.
Yeah, and Justin Moan had the courtroom focused on his every word for about 2.5 hours this afternoon. The man on trial for murder, delivering the defense's opening statements, a very rare move. He then spent the rest of his time on the witness stand in a fourth-floor courtroom, walking the judge through the events that ultimately led to him beheading his father inside their Middletown Township home. Moan telling the judge in this bench trial that he had a normal childhood relationship with his parents growing up, but that the relationship became toxic over what he calls ideological differences as he got older. The 33-year-old described a distrust in the federal government, alleging it conspired against him, while he had several discrimination lawsuits against his employers. He says his father, Michael, a federal employee, tried to intervene in one of those lawsuits by painting him as mentally ill and tried to stop his political aspirations. He told the court, "I was trying to perform a citizen's arrest on my father, ultimately for treason." Moan says he shot his father on January 30th, 2024, because his father resisted arrest, saying, "I thought it was necessary because of a threat to my life." Moan then admitted to beheading his father, saying he did so for practical reasons. He then drove to a National Guard base in Fort Indiantown Gap, Pennsylvania, saying he wanted to talk to the individuals there to see if they were interested in overthrowing the federal government. He was ultimately taken into custody in central Pennsylvania. Now, Moan has been very animated in court at times, striking up conversations with the court staff. He's also been spotted smirking several times during the testimony in court. Now, he's facing charges of murder, abuse of corpse, and terrorism, just to name a few. Both the defense and the prosecution have rested their case, closing statements, I should say, are tomorrow morning at 9. Live in Doylestown, I'm Brian Sheehan, NBC 10 News.
Boy, I tell you.
Wow.
What did he say? Because I missed some of it.
They said that he felt like his father was trying to interrupt his business that he was performing. And his father was conspiring against him. So he was performing a citizen's arrest. And so he shot his father, and then he cut his head off. Then he drove to a base, and he was like, "Does anybody here want to talk about the conspiracy that has been against me?"
Then he said, "Does anybody want to overthrow the government?"
And do they want to overthrow the government?
With them.
So were they putting him in a facility of?
They said he's been very animated during the trial.
Because he's tapped.
He's tapped.
Oh,
he's tapped. He came out of the courtroom smiling and talking. Mike Nice said he looks like Pee Wee Herman. There's so many questions about what occurred here, and I think that the man really thought that he wasn't doing wrong.
He was just making a citizen.
Yeah. His father worked for the government, and so he felt like his father was ultimately against him.
Oh, all right. Sometimes that's something that happens. Sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Former West Virginia officer sentenced to decades in prison for their role in deadly inmate assault. Remember the 10 people that escaped from prison?
Yes.
They caught the one who was on social media all the time. Did they ever catch the last one, Derek?
I think he's still out. I think Derek is still
because
on the run.
they called Derek being the last man standing from the very beginning because Derek seemed like he wasn't about the BS.
He's a Houdini.
Yes, I like Derek. 2 former West Virginia correctional officers were sentenced to decades in prison on Wednesday for their role in assault that resulted in the death of an inmate. Mark Holdren, 41, was sentenced to 20 years in prison, and Jonathan Walters, 33, was sentenced to 21 years in prison for the March 2020 attack in the South Regional Jail, according to a press release. What did they do? Quantez Burks, 37, was a partial detainee who died less than a day after he was booked into jail in Beaver on a wanton endangerment charge, according to court document. Let's go to this here. Settle in.
In connection to the beating death of an inmate at Southern Regional Jail have learned their fate. Jonathan Walters, 33 years old. He was sentenced to 21 years in federal prison. Mark Holdren's 41 years old. Today, he was sentenced to 20 years. Burks was assaulted by correctional officers in an area that was off camera. Both men pleaded guilty to conspiring with other officers in the case. Burks left his pod and pushed past other officers, but investigators say he wasn't a threat. Correctional officers assaulted him. Holdren and Walters are 2 of 6 who were indicted in this case. Several have been sentenced. Another defendant in this case will be sentenced next week.
They beat him to death?
Yeah. They beat him right to death. And we've seen a lot of this happening. Yeah. A lot of beating of the deaths of inmates at the hands of whatever. Remember the one, Tyree Nichols? Yeah. All of them got off. Yeah. Wait, did they get off? What happened to them?
I think some of them, they got off.
Most of them got off. 5 charged with not having anything to do with it or some foolishness like that. But it was crazy. Yeah. Very crazy. Yeah. But anyways, we're going to take a break for the cause. We're going to reset. In the building, we have the Queen of Soca, Allison Hines.
3 of the 5 were acquitted.
Yep. Which doesn't make no sense to me. Yeah. Everybody should have went down. Everybody in the 5-mile radius should have been detained and life in jail. Yeah. But yes, when we come back, we'll be talking to the Queen of Soca, Allison Hines, and we'll be right back. Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. You're listening to Spark FM online.
You are now listening to Spark FM.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Hey Boston, are you ready? It's time for the 3rd annual Boston Kitties Carnival. The bands are getting ready, the costumes looking amazing, and we can't wait to see all the kids having a good time on the road. It's all happening on Friday, August 16th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., parade starting 12 p.m. We are marching from Talbot in the Suburban Ave all the way to Berkshire Boys and Girls Club. Want to join the fun? Tell a grown-up to check out social media pages to find a band for you to jump up with. See you on the road!
Friends Lifestyle Group presents their 9th annual Togetherness Boat Ride. It's the Animal Print Edition. Happens to be Saturday, July the 19th. Party times at 7 p.m. We sail at 8 p.m. sharp. There's going to be 2 floors of music. Your Latin DJ, DJ Sergio, DJ Alfredito, DJ Yoni, and your Caribbean DJ, Hugh Major, and Vital Rhythms. Featuring live performances by Your Fugo, Junta Group, and Tempo Rhythm International. Sound system provided by Ross Entertainment. This is all going to be taking place at 70 Rose Wharf. Get your tickets $55. Same day tickets are $75. It's a 21 plus event. And do remember there's a drinks inclusive party bus available to and from the dock for only $60. For more information, contact 617-719-3972 or 646-379-4889. It's a 9th annual Togetherness Boat Ride. Get your tickets now.
Under the city lights and open sky, Boston's about to feel the beat like never before. On Tuesday, August 20th, from 5 to 10 p.m., Pan on the Plaza is back, turning City Hall Plaza into a high-energy celebration of Caribbean rhythm, resilience, and joy. Pan on the Plaza is free and open to the public, and it's more than just a concert. This is a full-on cultural experience that brings the soul of the Caribbean straight to downtown Boston. Come vibe with the sweet sounds of local steel pan performers, including the oldest steel orchestra in North America branches. Whether you're a lifelong fan of pan music or you're just curious to experience something new, this event is for everyone. Families, professionals, elders, youth, you name it. So bring your friends, bring your flags, and bring your dancing shoes. This is going to be one unforgettable night of unity and pride under the stars. Pan on the Plaza, August 20th, 5 to 10 p.m., Boston City Hall Plaza. See you there.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you know mess with the way you are gonna see a million. We got the Congo long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for win. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we on and we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are in the building, and it's Friday. It's F-Word Friday, so we wanted to make sure that we brought you fun, we brought you fashion, we brought you fusion, all kinds of things. And today we have the queen of soca in the building, Miss Allison Hines. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, now I'm now I'm hearing you. Now I'm hearing you. I wasn't hearing you before, but I'm hearing you now.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so excited.
Hello.
I know. Me
because
too.
I've been singing all day.
All week. All week. All week. And I said, oh gosh, please do not sing like that when Miss.
Well, you see, now it's
singing.
It's no that I want to hear. No, I want to hear.
She sings you.
You're starting trouble because when I'm in here singing every morning, they be like, "Listen, stop all your singing."
Good dear.
So, hi, Allison. How are you?
I am wonderful. Very, very wonderful.
Good.
Happy to be here.
Yes.
I haven't been in Boston for a little while.
I know.
So I'm happy to once again touch Boston soil and be here for Boston Jerk Fest.
Yeah.
This is my first time doing the Jerk Fest.
Yep.
So I am excited just from that point of view.
Yeah.
I am excited
And we were
to
just
be here.
telling her a little bit about tonight part. Jerk Fest starts tonight. If you guys don't know, it starts tonight, and it is a full festival tomorrow. Tonight is kind of exclusively.
Yeah.
You got to have a ticket to get into tonight, and to tomorrow too. But
Yeah,
Allison
I
is
special.
headlining
I feel
tonight.
special. Yes, I am.
Tonight is the 21 plus rum and brew festival part of the Jerk Fest.
so
See that part? You see that part?
Yeah.
See that part? That's the part. That's the part.
Yes.
That
And
is
it's
the
a
part.
good night. So, Jerk Fest, you on the stage. We actually just saw you again on the Epic
We were on
cruise. We were on
Yes,
Epic Cruise.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
What a
yes.
fun time. Was our
Yes.
first time
Oh, yeah.
to Trinidad for Carnival.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our father is from Trinidad, but and we've been there a couple of times, but
Right.
never for Carnival.
Carnival. How was it?
The carnival itself is amazing. The
Yeah.
Epic experience, I think, elevates it.
Yeah.
So, and then
Excellent.
of course you were on Epic,
Yes.
and
Yes.
hello.
Allison's coming.
I think we saw you with your costume coming
Yes.
on at one point. And we were like,
So tell us, you getting to the basics
Yes.
of you. For people who are still like, oh my God, Allison's here, or who is she, or whatever. Tell us, really, who are you as not only a musical, powerhouse,
Right.
and a legend in the game, but who do you feel like you have transformed to be over your journey?
I actually came from being a very shy, very introverted, extremely so. Very shy, very introverted little girl growing up in England, not really knowing Caribbean music that much. I was very much a British kid. Even though I was born to Bajan parents, there wasn't anything in place where I could be really exposed to Caribbean music. It's when I went to Barbados, my parents, unfortunately, they split up. My mom took me with her. And going to Barbados was when I got exposed to soca, reggae, dancehall, and then later things like zouk and compa and, Caribbean music. And still very shy. And it was through joining the band. I had actually entered a local talent competition when I was 17 years old.
is that when you found your voice? Like, when did you find your
it
voice?
took me a while. I just knew that I had the passion for singing.
Yeah.
As shy as I was, I didn't know how it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I knew that was my dream. That was what I really wanted to do. I would imagine, in front of the mirror with thousands of people and a brush for a microphone, and I had all the antics, and I was in the choir as well when I was at school in England. And so then coming to Barbados, going to school there, the change also of coming from a big country and a majority white country,
Right.
and then coming to a majority black country, actually that had a positive effect on me.
Oh, good, because usually it's that culture shock that
There
kind of
was
scares
the
people.
culture shock was the previous visits when I'd come on vacation.
Yeah.
But I fell in love with Barbados on those trips.
Same.
And then,
I did
then actually getting the opportunity to live in Barbados. When my mother told me that, I was like, yay! I was too happy. And I wanted to be Bajan. I wanted, because I had a British accent. I was a British kid.
Yeah.
So, I'm East London, not a mainline. That's where I'm from. I'm A13 and all of that. So,
Do you ever switch up your accent?
I do.
Like, okay.
I do. When I'm in England, and
You
I'm
English,
around,
yep.
it definitely comes out.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do it. I wanted to speak Bajan. I wanted to, walk around barefoot. I've never been able to do that part.
Yeah.
But it did make a difference because I remember my mother telling me, she said, now when you go to school, it's not about the color of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you know.
Absolutely.
It's what you learn. And as I said, I was still shy as a kid, but it definitely made a difference to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely made a difference because it was a level playing field.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
And I did really well.
Good.
And
So then you said you won this talent show.
I
But
did.
even before the
Straight
talent
out
show,
of school.
were you
Straight
like
out of
singing in
school.
church or anything?
I wasn't.
Because a lot of people
I wasn't.
start.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was. People didn't even know that I could sing because I was
Shy,
that
yeah.
shy,
Yeah.
right? The one time, let me tell you, the one time that I tried to sing, it was a school concert. And I didn't know anything about, TV tracks or backing tracks or anything like that. So I was like, well, I'm just going to sing a cappella. And the song was Ben by Michael Jackson. And I started out, Ben, the two of us, we'll look no more. We've both found what we were searching for. And then I forgot the rest of the lyrics.
Do you need
like
a backup
blanked
singer?
out.
I saw you getting
I was
ready.
like, yes, I'm gonna jump in.
She would have come in with the and I blanked out completely.
Yeah.
Blanked out, and I left the stage. Like, I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like it was. And so I was not known for singing at school. And so when I did join Square One, and like took a few years for us to actually kind of get onto the local scene.
Yeah.
When that happened and people started to see me, my former schoolmates, they were in shock.
Like, who is it?
They were like, that's our Allison.
Yeah.
That's we
Allison,
Ali.
that's you.
That can't be we Allison. They were shocked because they knew how shy I was.
Yeah.
But I worked through it because this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And you have been doing it. And
I
you
have been. I
doing
have
it.
been. And from the time I started to open up, like that was it.
Yeah.
Like I just blossomed and got better, and then being in the band, we all grew up together.
Was that easier working in a band before going
Absolutely.
solo?
Absolutely.
Because you have like a team now.
Definitely. And I had two vocalists, with me, Anderson Armstrong and Cecil Riley. And so that also helped having like, especially with Andy. Andy was already he was in the calypso. He was doing calypso at the time. So he was one of the youngest people doing calypso.
Yeah.
And so he already was bold and confident. And so that helped to draw me out. And then he and I would banter back and forth.
So
doing that and then talking with the audience, that helped me then to be able to build my confidence and then to really open up.
What would you say was the song that, like, people think of Alice and they hear automatic roll it, roll.
Right.
What do you say is the song that took you to the next level?
Ragamuffin would be that song.
Ragamuffin.
Yes. Ragamuffin was.
Sorry. So I was knock out my shoulder and my hip.
But that's one of my songs. But as soon as I hear, is there a DJ in the house?
DJ Wright, boy. DJ Wright. DJ Wright is a big tune. DJ Wright is definitely a big song.
What was that like when when that song dropped and you started to take off?
Yeah.
What was the feelings that you had? Like, did you know that you were gonna, be now in front of tens of thousands of people?
Ragamuffin was my breakout hit.
Yeah.
That was my breakout. I had songs before that, but they were just kind of
Yeah,
known
around.
in Barbados,
Yeah.
right? But not outside. Ragamuffin was the song that got people to know that there was a band called Square One. Not
Yeah.
even so much about me
Yeah.
personally,
Right.
just to know that there was a band from Barbados called Square One.
Yeah.
And when that song was released and it became Road March, so I made history that year as the first woman to win Road March in Barbados.
Which is another another big.
Correct.
Very big.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Huge.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then the song, it became Road March, and then it started to go through the region. And then I was like, oh, well, something's happening here. Something's going on.
Yeah.
And we went to Trinidad the following year, but we went to kind of see what Trinidad Carnival was. We didn't actually go to perform. We went to, because we'd never been before, but we were planning on going the following year. So there was a guy, Big Mike, who really loved the band. So he was like, come to Trinidad, have the experience, see what Trinidad Carnival is about, and then we work on bringing y'all the following year. Which is what happened. And then we had hits. We had, you know, Ay Ay Ay, Bazodi, Faluma, Kitty Cat, Mannequin. You know, we then had all of these songs, you know. And that's where, so Ragamuffin was the jump off point for the band itself. And then as we went along, as we started touring and we started doing all of that, bearing in mind that the band was in existence for 10 years before we had Ragamuffin.
Wow.
So
that talks about it really is a marathon. It's a journey.
Exactly. So by the time we had Ragamuffin, we had 10 years of experience under our belts. So then we were able, that's why when people saw us, they were like, oh my God, this band, like,
we were catalog.
But it wasn't even so much the catalog part of it, because we were now building. It was the performance experience, because as young as we were, we all started young. I joined the band when I was 17 years old. So we were all young teenagers when we started. So we had 10 years under our belt. So we were ready. When Ragamuffin hit, we were ready. We were experienced performers already. So it was just a matter then of now going up now to another level, having this hit, and then creating all the other hits that we had then to follow it, to just keep building on that. And I think that is a lot of what allowed us to move as quickly as we did, because we weren't green at that point in time. We already had experience. We had discipline, and so we knew we were ready. We were like, we ready for this.
It's go time.
Correct. Let's go.
You've had such a long career. What keeps you motivated throughout this? Because it's not easy being in the entertainment world. It's not easy being a female, a black female.
Correct.
And, you know, starting out with a band. Like, what? How do you keep up? How do you dig through all of the weeds and, you know, stay positive?
It can be challenging at times. That's the honest truth. When you've been in entertainment it's a fickle mistress.
It's a beast,
It's a beast. It's
mistress,
all,
I like that.
it is, you know, sometimes everything is all good, and then she wake up one morning and is like, I ain't talking to you.
I don't know you.
I'm not talking to you. Don't talk to me.
Right.
You know, and then she turns her back, and then she's like, I'm talking to you for a week. You know, it's very roller coaster like. But if you have the passion for it, the passion will help you to get through the low times to lead you back to the high times. Because that is how this goes. There is nobody in entertainment, whether they're in pop, R&B, soca, reggae, whatever it is. There is no one that has been in this business for an extended period of time that is going to tell you, it was up all the time. Because that's not possible. It's just not. Everybody's going to have their low, you know, the ebbs and flows. And what I do is, especially where I am now in my career, and throughout my career, I've always liked to work with younger artists, producers, arrangers, writers. That is something that, you know, it keeps you connected, right? It keeps you connected to what's happening, to what's going on. Not that I am trying to, I am aware of, I've been in this business almost 40 years, right? I'm about 2 years short of 40 years. And it's about staying relevant where I am and as who I am, but still understanding, you know, where the market is and what's happening and, you know, all that kind of stuff.
And that's how you have longevity and preserve legacy, right?
Correct.
By
And you
helping the younger generation.
you have to work with the younger generation.
Absolutely.
I have never
Yes.
been one of those artists that is poo-pooing on the younger artists. Oh, they're doing this and they're mashing up the music and they're taking it and they're making nonsense and blah 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 blah. Yes, there is gonna be that.
There's gonna be nonsense.
There's gonna be
Yeah.
nonsense. But when I was a young artist, we was getting that too.
Yeah.
You understand?
Very
We
true.
was like, oh, square wall, making this and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But we also had mentors that looked at us and were like, we like y'all.
Yeah.
We want to help y'all. We want to give y'all some guidance.
Guide you.
And we were willing to listen
Say that.
and learn.
That's the thing.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I do the same thing with in my mentorship and so on. I will work with the young artists, producers, arrangers who are willing. If you're willing to take the advice, if you're willing to listen and to learn, you're open to learning, then I am willing to give you the benefit of my experience.
Beautiful.
And however, I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. I don't profess to know everything. But there are things that I know in terms of being in this business for as long as I've been in this business.
Take heed. Yeah.
And so, and to still be here.
Right.
It's not like I'm retired and
It
just
looks
kind
like
of.
you're aging backwards.
I was looking at you and I'm like, what is it that you are doing? Because you, and not saying
She's like, I've been in the business for 40 years, and I'm like, weird.
You look better and better every time I
Thank
see
you.
you.
Thank you.
And that's a compliment.
Thank
I mean,
you.
You're like it's and what is the secret? What are you doing?
Listen, it is. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is trying to, train. I have to keep training. You know, my trainer is, shout out to Corey.
Your trainer's tired of you.
Right now, he's like, I need to see you because we need to do stuff. Crop over is coming. And I'll be back in my training next week.
here, yeah.
From Monday, I'm back in my training. But I have to, because reality is, as you get older, it gets more difficult.
It does.
You know,
It hurts.
It hurts.
It do.
And as a woman, there's also, we go through perimenopause and menopause. So there's all of that and all those symptoms and everything that comes along with that. And that messes with your hormones and all the different things. So it's a constant work in process. It's constant, but I have to do it. I have to do it for me. Right?
How's motherhood been?
Motherhood has been a thing. It's been a thing because, I'm not going to sit down here and be like, it was great, and everything was wonderful, because I'd be lying. And any mother will tell you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
From all time.
It is, there's times when you just feel like, you really want to, like.
I had to start a parenthood devotional this morning.
But you see,
God is the only way.
you see, because they're challenged, they just push.
And they're adults now too, so that's probably a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, my daughter she's now 21.
Right. Yeah.
We have a really good relationship now. Like
She's always with you usually, right?
She.
One of them is always.
It all depends.
Yeah.
It all depends. Well, she's in university now, so she there's a couple of times that she got to travel with me, but most of the time she was in school. I didn't want to, take her out of school and do that. But I have two adopted kids, which is my husband's daughter. He has a daughter from a previous relationship, and then his godson. So we embrace all of them.
Yeah.
And it has its ups and downs. But overall, it's been a really good experience to kind of play a part in watching them be able to grow and become adults and become people, because they're all now 21, 22, 23. So they've come into their own, and everybody's finding their way. So
Sorry, was it hard for them? Was it hard for you and them to kind of manage you being a super entertainer and being a mom at the same time?
It was challenging for me.
Yeah.
It was definitely, and for them too, because I was I was out a lot.
Yeah.
So trying to kind of maintain connection, especially when, especially with my daughter, when she became a teenager, and all of what comes along with that. Yeah.
Opinions.
Oh my gosh. She and I used to butt heads. Oh my God, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's like she always had to have the last.
Yes.
She always had to have the
My
last
son
word.
is 9, and he's just like that.
This is what I'm saying. No matter what it is, it's like blah 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 blah. Yeah, but so
Yes.
it's like, but no. It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mom. It's like, oh my God.
Please go away.
I'm
gonna share my parenting devotional.
It's like I don't want to go to jail today. I don't want to go to jail today.
and all of that, and then like that, all of that contributes to the star that you are, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And so you've had this career, you've been a mother, you are a wife. I hear you live on a horse farm.
Yes,
beautiful. That's amazing. And you are still out here. You're performing. You're making us happy. You're doing all of these things. What's going on for you now? What are you doing now? What's coming up for you?
You have a lot of new music still coming out all the time.
I do. I released, was it 4 songs this year for Crop Over?
Oh, wow.
So I have a collab called Show Me Love. It's with an artist called Mikey Mercer. He is a well-loved Bajan artist. So there's Show Me Love. There is a song that I have on a rhythm called the Full Mood Rhythm, which is Hyper Sounds.
I love Hyper Sounds.
Yeah, he did a rhythm called the Full Mood Rhythm. So I have a song called Smile on it, which I really love. It was written by Sadis from Lead Pipe and Sadis.
Oh, great! Yeah,
he's such a talented guy, and they're both really, really talented.
Yeah.
And then I have one more track called Body Walk, which is for the girls that came out of the legendary Masterpiece.
Yes.
So I worked with Peter Coppin and Terry Arthur. And Marsville wrote the song. Marsville. So those are my contributions this year for Crop Over. They're doing really well. They're just, oh, you're playing it in the background there. Yay.
Let's see.
With the crew and them man we champagne. We going all day. You can see we don't worry about nothing. It's strictly good energy. As long as I'm breathing and my heart pumping, I as good as I can be. So do me a favor, allow me with my happy behavior. My hands in the air when I'm whining. Step back, you out the timing. 2 cheeks in the air when I'm smiling. I'm smiling. My hands in the air when I'm whining. Step back, if you out the timing. 2 cheeks in the air when I'm smiling.
And that song is very much needed right now.
Yes,
we all need to smile. There's a lot of things to frown and be upset about. But
absolutely.
when you put out music, happy music, because soca's already a happy music, and you put a message behind it like smile.
Yes.
There's a lot of things to smile about.
Exactly. And that's what I want. When I got this song, I thought, this is a song that applies to anybody. You don't let nobody take your joy. Today is a happy day. I'm smiling. Because sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need a reminder that as bad as things can get or seem to be, there has to be something in your life that you could smile about. There absolutely has to be.
He's now playing Roll It Gal in the background, and this song still takes over the world.
Absolutely.
Every single time. It doesn't matter what part of the world. We're very well traveled, and no matter when you hear that song, everybody knows all the words. The Americans, the English, the Caribbean, everybody knows it.
Asians.
The Asians. Does that song still, like when you hear it, do you still feel that same feeling you felt when it did drop? Like,
absolutely. Absolutely. The response to this song is just still so huge.
It never stops. It won't stop. Like, that's not one of the ones that people like, oh, we don't want to hear that song. It's
Correct.
like, play Roll It, y'all.
Everybody starts rolling.
Listen, I was
man, woman, children.
Yes, I was in Atlanta last weekend. And started the song, and people just lost their minds. And it was, I am thankful to Chantel Lane, who is the writer of that song. When she wrote that, she put her entire foot in that song. I guarantee she put her foot in it. And it is an evergreen track. It is a song that has become a classic. Absolutely. It doesn't matter where I am in the world, and I perform it. Women, everybody is singing. Everybody knows all the lyrics. Everybody is like, it is. It's like Faluma. Faluma is,
I was just about Faluma is another one like you.
Anthem.
People complain about all the time. They be like, they always play the same 3 songs, but Faluma be one of those 3 songs in there. It never leaves. It never goes anywhere. Even if it deviates a little bit, Faluma is sure to follow. So like you have some classics, some hits, some things that will never die.
Correct.
That means that your legacy will live on way beyond anything that you probably imagine. You started out the interview as like, when you were 17, when you were younger, in the mirror performing in front of thousands of visible people.
Correct.
And now you're doing that all over the world. That is a testament to just your talent and your just amazingness. So
Thank you.
The thing is that your voice is so iconic, right? But when you go to an Allison Hines show, you can stop singing and all the show will go on. Everybody knows every single lyric to your songs, even from Square One days to now. And I think that is absolutely amazing. Thank you for your contribution.
Listen, listen, it is absolutely my pleasure. It is really my pleasure to do to be able to do something that I truly love. I truly love performing. I love entertaining. I love making music. I know that, I know I don't have to make any more music because I have a huge body of work out there, but I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing it.
We see that, like you talk about, you enjoy doing it, but I don't know if you really know what that means. I've seen you on other boat cruises, like Uber Soca Cruise, where you're in the middle of the crowd, off stage, and they're just dancing along with you, and people are dancing, and you're right there in the middle, like you're just an ordinary passenger on this cruise, just jamming up with your friends. You absolutely love your people and your fans, and we see that, and just not on stage, but all over. And I think a lot of artists can learn from that about how important it is to connect with your audience. Even here, Nicola was like, she's gonna call in. She was like, actually, she wants to be there, so she's coming here. And I think that is a testament to in just professionalism, artistry, because that's how you keep building is by connecting.
There is a huge difference between an artist or a singer and being an entertainer. And you are one of the people who actually has, you are a singer, absolutely, with that voice, but you are an entertainer. Your audience is entertained by you, and I love that. I love it.
Thank you. That's my it's my joy. It really is. Outside of my daughter, and this is so much a part of who I am. And music has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. And it's never gonna leave. And I am always looking at, what else can I do? What else? How else can I keep people entertained? How else can I improve? How else? For as long as I've been in the business, there's still things for me to learn. There's still, things that I am looking at to be able to say, well, how can I do this better? And how can I do that? So I always tell young artists, I'm like, don't ever stop learning, ever. Because the day that you feel like you have learned everything, you might as well not be here anymore.
Hang it up.
You might as well not be here anymore, because there is always something to learn. The world is too big. It's small, but it's big. We're more connected now, but there's still so much to learn. And
you gotta evolve.
I'm also looking at expanding my brand. One of the things I'm looking at is creating a podcast.
Oh,
so
we have podcast space in here if you ever come to Boston.
No problem.
I think that would be great. I
Yeah.
think that you would have a lot of things to talk about.
Yes.
Lots of
Yes.
good content.
Yes.
Lots of good.
Yes.
good
Because I don't
lot
think
to
there's
talk
any
about.
soca podcasts right now.
What's that?
I don't think there's any soca podcasts.
There's a couple of them that are out there. Yeah, I've come across them every
With
now and
soca
then. But
artists?
yeah, but not there's
Yeah.
like maybe one or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did one with a friend of mine actually, Future. His is called is it Gems with Friends?
Oh.
Yep.
Gems with Friends. So he's been interviewing some
Artists.
and so he interviewed me as well. It was received really, really well. So he's doing a nice thing. So if you haven't checked it out, check out Gems with Friends. He has a really nice podcast and nice. I think he's second season now. I think he's in his second season.
When are we going to see a collaboration between the two queens, you and Rihanna, of course?
I would love that.
When
I
we-
would
I
love
mean,
that. But I mean,
yeah.
first of all, she got a third
Right.
baby to bring into the world, you know. So
we would have to ask Rihanna.
Let's just-
Third baby, she's doing the Smurfs.
yeah, she's doing the Smurfs. So let's just, let's give her that time.
Yes.
Let's
Let's
give
also
her
put that
time.
into the universe. 'Cause
Yes.
that
Yes, we
would
need
be.
that.
Yes.
you
Let's
know,
put that out there. Let's
Wow.
put that out there.
As a little gift before we end the show, we have our state rep here. State Rep Christopher Worrell, and he would like to present you with something. So we are gonna come right in. He was speeding through the city of Boston today to make sure that he got here. So Allison Hine meets State Rep Christopher Worrell. He is of Bayesian and Jamaican descent. So when he heard that you were coming, he was like, "I gotta get down here, to contribute to just what we are doing here and making sure that we expose Boston to you even more than we are." You could go right over there.
Use that.
And he's also a radio personality here. He does our gospel show on Sundays. So it is it keeps the city at least positively thinking about higher powers and how we can do better.
And it's 246 all day.
That's right.
So we were just wrapping up our interview here, and I know you wanted to present her with something, so you can go right ahead.
So as Hot Sauce said, my dad's from Barbados, Eden Lodge. Grandma's still there, 98 years old.
Oh, wow. That's
And-
wonderful. Yeah, Barbados gets a lot of centenarians.
Yes.
We have a lot of
So
centenarians.
she's almost there.
She's almost there.
She's almost there.
Yeah.
And one of the highest things I can give as a state representative is a citation.
Oh,
and your work.
Oh, wow.
It says the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the House of Representatives. Oh, before I even read this, how many lights I had to run? I'm online and I'm texting Hot Sauce. 10 minutes.
I'll be there. I'm coming.
I'm sitting there looking like stall.
I was about to text Tony like, ask her another question. But the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the House of Representatives, be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Allison Hines in recognition of your extraordinary contribution to the Caribbean culture, music, and global artistry as the undisputed Queen of Soca.
Say it louder.
Your powerful voice, electrifying performance, and commitment to uplifting women through music have not only inspired generations, but has also elevated the sounds and stories of Barbados on the world stage. Your legacy as an artist, trailblazer, and cultural ambassador continues, and to empower and unify communities across the diaspora and beyond. The entire membership office extends its very best wishes, signed on this day, July 11th, signed by the Speaker, Ronald Mariano, and the only Bayesian state representative, Christopher Worrell. So this is for you.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
Oh, man. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yes. That is super dope.
And look, it's blue and gold.
You already know.
Very nice.
That's
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you, Chris, so much for
you.
doing
Yeah, no
this. Is
problem.
awesome.
Oh, man, my dream. Oh, man. Good now.
Fans here.
Yes.
With that said, Allison, thank you so much for being here and
Yes.
giving us your time.
It was my pleasure,
Yes,
my absolute pleasure. This was really, really fun.
Okay, thank you.
And
Just
you know,
quickly,
because
can you say happy birthday to Catherine Ford?
to Catherine Ford.
Yeah.
She's another baby.
Catherine Ford, happy birthday, my girl. happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Your birthday. There you go. You know the take. You know the take.
And that's a dope way to end the show. Thank you guys for staying later than you normally do.
Yes.
To our audience, Spark Nation. We'll see you guys bright and early on Monday. And if you are, actually call us right now and win tickets to Jerkfest to go see Allison Hines.
Well, there you go.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
617-272-3387. We do got to pay some bills. We'll go off. If you call me, I got you. And thank you for joining us. Have a great day. Have a blessed Friday. And we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
What y'all do bad for your birthday? I want you walk up hard, come it's your birthday. You got to drink some shots for your birthday, or post a TikTok for your birthday. I want you do a Snapchat for your birthday, shell face, fuck a WhatsApp for your birthday. Light up in